Hello, welcome back to another Ergo Benjamin video. This is going to be an Ergo specialized video. Basically, if you don't know what that means, it's just going to be all about Ergo. If you have a problem with that, consult other YouTube videos. Okay, moving forward. So getting into Ergo, right? Because that's what we're going to be talking about all the time. We're at $3.14. It's not looking great at all. From this perspective, things look real bad, right? Looks real bad. Comments on, Coinbase are great. People are all very bullish. That really doesn't mean much of anything. The important stuff is what's going on in the actual Ergo world. So let's talk a little bit about that because there's a lot going on. Let's start with Sigma. Let's start with the Sigma verse or the Sigma Valley. Actually, we'll start with the verse. So this is basically the D App Center for Ergo. I'll leave all the links to this. Well, just this link because everything else is inside that. I'll leave the links to this D App thing so you guys can use all these D apps, as well as the Valley, which I was just about to get to, which is amazing actually. It's not exactly what I thought it would be, but it's cool, it's sleek, it's clean, and it's exactly what Ergo needs, right? I can't think of a whole bunch of other projects that are much better than this with the same market cap as Ergo. So it's definitely undervalued for sure. Yeah, very cool. The land is limited, and the auction prices for this stuff went just crazy. As far as looking at the ecosystem as a whole and its health status, we're going to use the D app because there's really no other metric that I think is faithful, I guess, is what I would say. The faucet is down as of 35 milliseconds ago, or technically 39 seconds ago. And the Ergodex is also down, which we'll get to later. I have some stuff to say about the Ergodex and how that's going. There's Neta BTC, so this is just wrapped on-chain Bitcoin on Ergo and Cardano, whatever that means to you. It really isn't a whole lot, but it's something that's there. The important stuff here is on the Ergo pad, which is really just, you'll have to read this for yourself, but it's a huge system. I'll leave the link specifically for this one in the description. Everything else will be in the Sigmaverse, right? They have a cool roadmap going, seed sales, stuff like that. They got to comply with regulations, so they're doing the best that they can. And you can just connect your wallet. There's a huge dashboard right here. The thing that I'm excited about is the decentralized social platforms and the dark pool, right? The dark pool is going to be crazy. It's a game, and it's just going to be awesome, I think. The decentralized social platform is going to be cool as well. None of the funds have been raised for it, but it's all stuff that's in the works, which I'm really liking. As well as this solves kind of the fakes in the decentralized way. I like that. There's a lot of fakes on Auction House. We gotta get that figured out. There's also, looking at the meme coins, there's the Luna Dog coin. This thing is kind of all over the place in my opinion. I tried to buy some, but the Ergodex just refuses to allow me to do that for whatever reason. I really can't tell you why. I honestly think Yoroi wallets are kind of just, they have a lot of syncing issues, which we'll get to later. But yeah, they got cool stuff going on. It's actually added to the Ergo Tipper bot on Reddit, and it's actually added to the auction house too. So very cool stuff. If this actually becomes cool, then yeah, it very well could become very cool. And then the Ergodex, obviously, we've seen this here, and it's a cool little app. When it works, it's good. When it doesn't, it is what it is, right? So yeah, we've got Scala here. I just have this here because this is kind of the main programming language that's used for Ergo. I felt like that was interesting, as well as Scala is mainly used. So those are the two things that are mainly used, and I thought that was just interesting. If you're looking at it from a developer standpoint, as a CS student, I'm not seeing Scala used a whole lot, but I think it's going to be a huge language coming up, as well as JavaScript and stuff like that. But I think it's gonna be huge, right? And they're more blockchain languages than anything, right? So a lot of cool stuff happening there, and let's move to the whiteboard, right? So I'll get the whiteboard on the screen. Okay, we got the whiteboard. It's time to really talk about Ergo's future here, because there's a lot that's at play that's both good and bad, right? So let's just move into it. So first of all, we've got Ergo, right? The news, the mining proposals, deducting 12 ergs from each block and giving out 3 after the blocks run out. It's a good plan for a while, but it doesn't really solve the entire problem if transaction fees can't match the Ergo value, right? And at that point, we're dead in the water, I think. It's not till a few years yet, so I wouldn't worry too much about it, but that's just something to be on the lookout for. As far as the NFT stuff goes, we've got games, we've got play to earn games, we've got an Ergo Goats game. The Ergo Goats game, I will be a little bit biased here. I do own some Ergo Goats, enough to play the game, no more, no less. It's going to be crazy. It already looks good. If you're not a part of the Ergo Goats Discord, I think you should do it, as well as the Gnomes Discord and pretty much any other Ergo Goat game. I mean, these games are going to be huge, right? Ergo Goat specifically, I think, is the farthest in development, which is cool. And unless you're really considering Sigma Valley a game, but I'm considering that part of the metaverse. It could be a game too, though. And then as far as DeFi goes, we're looking at Ergo Lend, which is becoming pretty interesting, as well as the Ergodex, which is not super smooth yet. And I tried transacting with it before, and I had a ton of problems. So as a person who's tried to transact with it, I really can't vouch for it really at all. Ergo Doge, like I said, is just one of those meme coins. We went over Luna Dog, which I personally think is going to do better than Ergo Doge, but that's simply because it's going for Ergo Auction House acceptance, right? So let's talk about the few things that are keeping Ergo from succeeding, right? So many users have issue with the Yori syncing. This is a huge issue. As far as getting NFTs and waiting for the drops, the wallet's not syncing is a huge issue. We don't know if we're send funds or receiving funds. It's not very smooth. There's a lot of issues with the Ergodex and moving tokens or swapping. We went over that pretty briefly. There's some blockchain scaling seems to be questionable while under strain. After touring myself through the Ergo discords, I noticed basically everyone with the same issue, and that's that they thought that the Ergo blockchain seemed strained under moments of high transfer pressure, I guess is what I'm going to call it, when drops are happening. So yeah, all this put together, I mean, what does it really mean for Ergo, right? I don't think we're going to zero, guys. I definitely don't think we're going to zero. Really, if these DApps don't pan out to be well within the next 1 to 2 years, and we don't really see any huge major movement in the actual Ergo space or development, I think at that point we'll be able to say that things aren't going super well. But at this point now, I'm pretty confident that Ergo can maintain pace, and I'm pretty confident that we're on track to probably close to at least $10 Ergo by the end of this year. And that's at a very, very conservative estimate. I truly think $10 Ergo is possible this year. If it's not, it's because of other market factors, right? Bitcoin plays a huge part in that, but we're not going to talk about other cryptos. We're just going to talk about Ergo. So, yeah. So moving forward with that, we'll just look at some of the comments that's on the the coin market cap, because really, I think they're interesting, right? So the first guy has been researching crypto since 2016. Ergo is the first project I found that competes with Bitcoin regardless. Code quality, dev activity, potential, no brainer, long term, absolutely outstanding. I agree with this guy 100%. No problems, right? Gator Freedom, been in crypto since 2016. Same comment basically. The only thing bearish I'm seeing is this guy's expecting return to $2, which is definitely possible, like I said in the last video. This guy's got the right mindset. Yeah. No, everyone's got the right mindset. There's a lot of volatility right now, and that's really the end end all deal, right? Um, Unfortunately, there's not a whole lot of project info that you can get from CoinMarketCap. As far as buying Ergo, KuCoin, I believe, is the best place to do it, and in my opinion, I think it is. It might just be the best place, period, actually. But yeah, we're looking at that dominance on Bitcoin as well. It's up to 42%. It's not really helping out Ergo at all, though, really. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. This was just a little bit of an Ergo overview on all the projects, all the cool stuff that's going on. It's absolutely outstanding, right? I'll let you guys know when the Ergo game is released. As soon as that is, we'll be playing that on YouTube. We'll be recording that. Still trying to work out how I'm going to do all that and how I'm going to manage that as a whole. But yeah, we're just gonna be doing a lot of crazy stuff. If this video is fast, slow it down. That's about all I can really say. I talk kind of fast, I realize that. But there's a lot of information to get in, right? I'm going to leave all the links in the descriptions. You guys can check it out. If you guys watch more than one video, please consider subscribing. What is it? Ratio is like 80 to 20 if you even make it this far in the video. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.